This is how Metallica wrote Master of Puppets. Originally released in 1986, the track has seen a huge chart resurgence thanks to its inclusion in the Season 4 finale of Stranger Things. So, let's look back on how this metal classic came to be. Credited to all four band members of the time, James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Kirk, Hammett, and Cliff Burton, the track was written at 3132 Carlson Boulevard in El Cerrito, California. In fact, the entire album was written in the property in just 8 weeks through May and June of 1985. As Lars explains, it'd basically be me and James sitting down with a bunch of tapes and sorting through the details of his ideas and Kirk's ideas. But Cliff had also been in the band for a few years and he brought in a lot of harmonies and melodies. On a special episode of the drummer's It's Electric radio show on Apple Music, the band reflected on that time, with Hetfield saying, "The one thing I do remember is being out there and doing the riff to Master of Puppets and us trying to get Master of Puppets together." Kirk added, "I remember you leading me over to the little Foztex machine and you said, 'Listen to this, it's a riff, triple tracked on Mesa Boogie, it's super heavy,' and it was the Master of Puppets riff, the main riff, and I was just like, whoa, that's killer." The album itself was recorded at Sweet Silence Studios in Copenhagen with producer Flemming Rasmussen, who also worked on previous album Ride the Lightning. Sessions at the studio took place largely at night, beginning at 7 p.m. and finishing often at 4 or even 6 a.m. On the title track, Rasmussen said that in order to get the tightness they wanted, he had the band tune their instruments lower than usual. That way they could later mix the track with the tapes running slightly faster but still sounding in tune. He said, "That one took some time. There are a lot of different parts and melodies, but it's a primo song. We banged it out a couple of times and decided on the one with the best feeling because they'd have to play it live." The song also features a brief riff reference to David Bowie's song Andy Warhol. Bowie was among the band's wide range of musical influences at the time, as Kirk would later explain. Def Leppard, Saxon, and Iron Maiden were already on their way, so it would have been a combination of a lot of that stuff back then. Oh yeah, and a lot of Kate Bush too. Oh yeah, we discovered Kate Bush around that time. In terms of the powerful lyrics of the song, James Hetfield discussed the inspiration, saying, "Master of Puppets deals pretty much with drugs. How things get switched around. Instead of you controlling what you're taking and doing, it's drugs controlling you." Years later, he would reflect further on it, saying, "At that point, you're done writing about headbanging. You're trying to expand. Now, lyrically, it applies to so many things in life, being manipulated by many, many things if you want to let yourself go there. It wasn't just drugs. I think that's kind of the sign of a good song." The band debuted the track live for the first time on December 31st, 1985 at a show in San Francisco, and have since performed it over 1,700 times. The album spent 72 weeks on the Billboard 200 chart in the US after release, peaking at number 29, and has since been certified 6 times platinum. Master of Puppets was sadly the final album recorded with bassist Cliff Burton following his death in September 1986. And in an interview included in KJ Doughton's Metallica Unbound book, Burton said, "My favourite song is Master of Puppets. I think it's the best Metallica song yet." And now, thanks to Stranger Things, the song has debuted at number 40 in the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart, the band's first entry on that chart since 2008. That's your Rock Sound News Update. I've been James Wilson Taylor. We will see you again soon.